We're at the Rocket Mortgage Classic in Detroit as we're going to be taking a look and talking to several players over the next couple of podcasts. You never know who you're going to get, so stay tuned. Okay, Ryan, I'm Roy Akers, Detroit Sports Media. You played pretty well in the Rocket Mortgage Classic. You cashed. What was the big takeaway from this week? You played golf real well. Any final thoughts on that?
Frustrated with the way I finished each day. Did not putt well enough to, really make a good finish. I did some things well. It's just, I just have to close it on the final few holes. I think every day, whether it was 3-putting or hitting an errant shot, I just didn't capitalize on enough opportunities. But having said that, we did play 4 days, so anytime you play 4 days, you sharpen things up and roll on to the next week. Try and keep the good and work on the bad.
When you talk about working on the good, keep out the bad, what do you think you're going to be hitting on the driving range in the next few days? Or do you need to clear your head? You need to work on certain clubs? What's it like for Ryan Brehm?
Yeah, I just need to do everything a little bit better, more consistently. The misses are a little bit too big right now to play at a really high level. A little too much defense, and I think it's a little bit exposed out on a golf course like this. I mean, you see the leaders at 21 under par through 3 rounds. There's a lot of opportunities if you're striking it the way you need to strike it and rolling the ball, how you need to roll it. I think avoiding 3-putts is probably my biggest issue right now.
Final question. You used to be the coach at Michigan State University, and I've covered a lot of college golf. And with James Piot coming out of there, I mean, can Northern golfers, it looks like he's proven the case that you can recruit good kids to play out of the Northern schools like Michigan State and other Big Ten schools. I mean, you have a lot of promise for the future for the Northern golfers?
Well, I mean, I think it's always an uphill battle. I'm not going to lie. I mean, it took me a while to get a PGA Tour status. I think there are definitely players in the Big Ten that are at a very high caliber. I don't know that there are as many as there are, when you get to the warmer weather, but definitely I think the facilities are, I mean, I went to the Michigan State facility, earlier this year, and I was blown away by it. I mean, it's just incredible.
Yeah, it's changed.
Oh yeah, it's remarkable. So I definitely think the opportunities are there, and let's be honest, the collegiate game, just like all collegiate athletics, there are really no limitations on where they can go or practice. There are, but, for what we do, I don't think that there's any limitations in terms of getting to the warm weather when you need to or playing against elite competition. So I think those two things are essential, but I think they're very possible, definitely at a Big Ten institution.
Well, Ryan, I believe we're going to start seeing you on some Sunday telecasts coming up in the near future. Thanks for taking a few minutes with us.
I appreciate it. Happy to be back in Detroit and playing some golf.
Thank you. There we go. With me, PGA player Rory Sabbatini. You've been on tour a long time. How does the Rocket Mortgage Classic rank with some of the tournaments?
Oh, it's a great golf course. Obviously, got a lot of history behind it. It's awesome what they're doing for the community here, and what they're doing for charities, local charities. So great tournament director and good spot.
Taking it as far as are you going to be playing the Champions Tour when it comes up?
That is probably not likely. I've played enough golf over the years. I think my body and my brain are pretty tired.
Are they pretty tired? I am going to ask one LIV question. It'll be an easy one. Ernie Els came up with something that says let the PGA Tour run most of the year and let LIV do the kind of like the off months. Can both tours coexist or not really?
I'm sure there's a way and form that they can both coexist, but I think the PGA Tour is a lot of history, a lot of pride, and again, tournaments like this one and throughout the year, there's been a established history of the work that they've done not only for the players but for local charities, and I think more importantly that's what really is the benefit of the PGA Tour. Is they've established over many years being so successful at providing for local charities and helping people less fortunate. So that's the beauty of the PGA Tour, and we'll have to see what happens, but it is what it is.
You look sharp, you dress sharp, you're great with the fans. On to the next stop. Thanks, Rory. Thanks for taking a moment. Thank you. Well, I'm Roy Akers, Detroit Sports Media. Congratulations. Awesome finish today with a 65. What was different today from the other days?
Unfortunately, not much. I just didn't get much out of the rounds the first couple days. I'd been driving it amazing. Troy Denton and I spent a lot of time working on the driver after the Open Championship. I didn't particularly drive it very well in Scotland, and so it was kind of nice to see everything click today.
Following along, you've had obviously runner-up finishes in the last 4 majors. You got to feel like that you're grinding out and you're really close to breaking through and taking home major hardware.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I'd pay a lot of money for about 1.5 inches, that's for sure. We'd have at least 1 trophy by now. So, we're close. We just got to keep doing what we're doing, and that first one's going to come.
Now, you like playing a busy schedule. I understand that you're playing next week. You're going to be in the FedEx and, of course, the President's Cup. You must like playing a lot of golf all the time to keep yourself extra sharp to get that breakthrough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 25, so if you hear me say I'm tired, I probably need to get my head checked. So, next week it's kind of a home game in some respects, considering I went to Wake Forest, and obviously this is kind of the stretch of the season you prepare for. Playing 5 in a row to end the season, but like I said, I'm young. I can handle it.
One final question: is there one thing you think you're away from getting through on that breakthrough, or you're going to start winning more and that kind of thing, or are you already doing it and just got to keep doing it?
Yeah, I keep playing rounds like today, and having everything click. My good tournaments, I've basically played 54 good holes, and I need to play just a little bit better than that. And so, just keep doing what we're doing. I mean, the good is there. Just need to do it more often.
And in this tour, 54 is great, but 72 is even better.
Yes. I've been very close, obviously, over the last little while. And, like I said, we just need to keep doing what we're doing, and it'll come.
Thank you, Will.
Thanks.
A couple for me. Going into next week, it looks like you might be right outside the top 10. Going into that final event of the regular season, how important is it to you to finish in the Comcast Business Tour top 10?
Playing for the FedEx Cup, so that's just part of it. I mean, the reason why we have that is obviously because we've got, the way how it works at Eastlake, the guys should be rewarded with how they play in the regular season, and guys should be rewarded how they play in the postseason. So just keep doing what I'm doing. Of course, it's nice to obviously have a chance to, be in that top 10, but I got bigger fish to fry.
And lastly, your friend Cameron in contention again, 4 strokes back going into the final round. What do you think about his chances today?
It's like my brother, so I want him to go do it. So he's been playing some really good golf. I mean, that 63 or whatever he shot on Friday was clinical. So he's playing some nice golf, and his time's coming, and I hope it's today.
Thank you.
That will do it from the Rocket Mortgage Classic for the Double Eagle podcast and www.michigangolfscene.com. This is Roy J. Akers reporting.